Today's the last day na pala. Ano bang sinasabi ko? Wala na po. Panalo na tayo. We beat the UP prediction.
I am placing the entire mainland of Luzon under quarantine. It will be an enhanced quarantine during which the movement of everyone will be significantly limited.
But Filipino lawmakers are asking PhilHealth officials why they have to pay for other cases worthless than the amount of a particular case rate.
Ang decision po ngayon ay August 24. Unless magkakaroon po ng bagong rekomendasyon ng ating kalihim ng Secretary of Education, baka hindi po mabago yung school opening.
We recommended October 5 and recognition of the need to make these adjustments.
Posibleng magdulot ng respiratory problems at iba pang problema sa katawan ang itinambak na dolomite sand sa Manila Bay kapag nalanghap ito ng tao ayon sa Department of Health.
Kontrobersyal na usapin ngayon ang white sand na itinambak sa Manila Bay na sinasabing bahagi ng rehabilitation project. Aabot sa 389 million pesos ang pondong ginastos dito ng pamahalaan. Marami ang tumutuligsa sa hakbang na ito ng gobyerno at sinasabing mas kapaki-pakinabang pa kung ginamit ang budget sa ibang makabuluhang programa tulad na lamang ng pagtugon sa problema sa COVID-19.
Sigurado ako na malaking bahagi niyan mapapunta sa halimbawa sa pangangailangan ng gadgets sa mga lugar.
Waking up this past few months are just the same. Changeless events, and it's all getting worse every day. I miss the old times. Watching cartoons are helping me to be happy. Maybe this can help me with this feeling right now.
The Philippines is now among the 20 countries with the most number of coronavirus diseases 2019 or COVID-19 cases in the world after its caseload reached 314 and 79 according to the Johns Hopkins University's virus tracker. With the longest lockdown in the world, the Philippines surpassed Pakistan with a caseload of 312,806. The Philippines first imposed lockdown in March after 2 months after the first COVID-19 case in the country was reported back in January. Metro Manila and several other areas remain under general community quarantine until October 31. Cris Soltes reporting.
This kinds of news over and over again. I can't understand anything. What is happening right now? Why our hospitals are full? Why I need to have a laptop and internet to learn? Why people are wearing face masks outside? Why are we not going to church every Sunday? Why Daddy's not working?
Oh dear, what happened? Did you get enough sleep?
Yeah, I'm kind of sad because of the changes that is happening. What is is really happening, Daddy?
There are a lot of things that have been changed, but we are here to help you understand those things. Everything started because of the virus or COVID-19. The coronavirus or the COVID-19 is a new strain of coronavirus. This new virus and disease were unknown until the outbreak in Wuhan, China in December 2019. And we are all affected by this. All institutions in our society has been affected.
How thing, this COVID-19 affect our life and the institution that we have? Kuya, how's your work? How's the company you're working for?
Our company is not in a good condition. And our salary is lessened by 20%. It's because of the lack of production and sales.
How COVID-19 affect the economy, Kuya?
On average, the GCF growth was by 7.8% from the first quarter of the year 2000 to the second quarter of the year 2020. According to the Philippine Statistics Authority or the PSA, it posted a large decline of 53.5% in the second quarter of 2020 from the 0.8% decline in the second quarter of 2019. The Asian Development Bank or the ADB projects the Philippines' gross domestic product growth at only 2% in the year 2020. The unprecedented public health emergency that was brought by the COVID-19 virus will slow down the growth. According to Trading Economics global macro models and analyst expectations, the Philippines GDP was expected to be around 360 billion US dollars by the end of 2020. The actual 2019-2020 GDP recorded 376.80 billion US dollars. The gross national product of the country also did record 5,166,622.67 pesos at the first quarter of 2020. In the second quarter of the year 2020, the Philippines GNP decreased to 4,380,419.75 pesos from the 5,166,622.67 pesos at the first quarter GNP.
In terms of education, how COVID-19 affect us?
Call Tita. Her Zoom meeting with her class is done by now.
Hi, Tita.
Hi, Drinnie! Do you have a question to ask?
I just want to ask, how COVID-19 affect the education system in the Philippines?
That's good! You want to understand that topic, eh? Your tita will join us in this call to help you understand its effect on health institutions. Module learning is the backbone of the DepEd's distance learning program, as access to technology remains a problem for most students. Other modes of learning such as online, TV, and radio broadcasts would supplement the modules. Online learning is only one option for distance learning, data shows that not all households in the Philippines have access to the internet. Citing data from the National Telecommunications Commission, DepEd said that as of December 2019, 67% of the Philippine population had access to the internet. Spark noted that of the 27.2 million students under primary and secondary education systems, only 10.5 million have enrolled. Since the Department of Education or DepEd opened its online enrollment procedures due to the COVID-19 pandemic at the early part of June, everything boils down to the lack of enough budget. Amid funding issues for distance learning, DepEd earlier explained that their approved budget for 2020 does not include the cost of the revamped education system. Oh! Tita is connected to the call. Talk. Drinnie is asking how the COVID affect the health institution in our country.
Hi, Dreams. That's a very sad, sensitive topic and showing a sad reality. Real-time reverse, transcription polymerase, chain reaction, or RT-PCR testing are now being denied to the patient with symptoms. Local government units or LGUs that conduct testing continue to insist on the use of rapid antibody tests to identify possible cases, sending home patients with symptoms who test negative. Healthcare workers are failing ill as they take care of the patient responding to the call of duty while battling the fear and anxiety endangered by COVID-19. A study on the country's health system shows that Philippines has about 187 and 550 health workers. Almost half of them are nurses. Nurse-to-patient ratio is about 12.6 nurses for 10,000 people. In rural areas, the number goes down to 4.2. Workers need more public transportation to prevent congestion in the streets. These are needed now, not next year, because people need to work, but they have no safe public transport option. The group says contact tracing is failing miserably. There are guidance on contact tracing from the DOH and Interagency Task Force or IATF for the management of emerging infectious diseases guidance, but LGU compliance is so optional.
I'm so sad because of the things that is happening. Take care of yourselves, please. Our society needs someone like you.
Thank you, Dreams. By the way, your Tito wants to join the discussion too, but this time he will tackle the religion and beliefs.
As a philosophy teacher, I have here some information that will help you a lot in understanding this situation more. President Rodrigo Duterte declared Philippines under community quarantine. In the community quarantine, mass gathering like concerts and religious are not allowed to lessen the impact of the novel coronavirus. Priests, pastors, and other religious leaders were finding a way to have a gathering virtually during the enhanced community quarantine. But ex-Lipa Archbishop Emeritus Ramon Argiles made some statements saying that wearing mask is not necessary because COVID-19 cannot enter the church because God has the power. He also states that we don't need to do social distancing because this is just a nonsense. He states that using face masks will harm you because you will absorb the carbon dioxide. The World Health Organization debunks and disproves claims that wearing face masks causes carbon detoxification. There is also a specific boundary between science and religion. We can believe in our religion but also believe in information. I hope that helps.
I'm so grateful because you're helping me to understand these things. Thank you so much, Tita. I've learned a lot, and I will continue to learn more about what is happening in my society. I've learned so much, Daddy. But those institutions are large. How about our family? How did COVID-19 affect us?
I am always here at our house because I am one of the employees that will not sign a contract for the companies were bankrupt. We are lucky that we are eating 3 times a day. There was no aid, no food, no means to survive for poor and vulnerable families. The lockdown has only led to worsening poverty and the criminalization of dissent. Social Weather Station or SWS, a reputable Philippine polling firm, found that 45.4% of the country's workforce was unemployed or had lost jobs during the pandemic, easily breaking a nationwide jobless record of 34.4% set back in March 2012. The effects of the pandemic can be clearly seen in SWS' most recent hunger survey. According to their data, the percentage of Filipinos who were involuntarily hungry in May 2020 were 16.7% of the population, which is equivalent to 4.2 million families. Almost double since December 2019, which has 8.8% or around 2.1 million families. This is the highest number has been set since September 2014, which has 22.8% or 4.8 million families were starving. The poll, conducted among 1,555 adults nationwide from July 3 to 6. It was the first survey on joblessness this year, and the first to measure the effects of the lockdown that began in March, the pollster said. Adult joblessness averaged 19.9% last year. Study hard, dreams. We will make sure that you will continue your dreams, even though we are facing this pandemic.
Let us inform ourselves about what is happening in our surroundings for the well-being of humanity. In this global pandemic, ignorance and stupidity are the most dangerous viruses that jeopardize our living together. Calamity cannot be prevented nor cured, simply as a result of unawareness.
Provide the needs for education and health.
Talk less, do more, and together we will beat the COVID-19.